Good morning, boys and girls. This is the start of the last week of school. I know you're excited. Start off with a couple jokes. What did the Dalmatian say after lunch? What did the Dalmatian dog say after lunch? That hit the spot. Why did the kid cross the playground? Why did the kid cross the playground? To get to the other slide. Okay. Now, today I'm going to read one of my kids. I think they like this book. It's called Todd and Vixie. It's based on The Fox and the Hound. I think it's a little long, so just sit back and enjoy. Once there was a young fox who met a hound pup in the woods. The fox liked that pup right away. The fox and the hound became good friends. Every day they played together. They did not know that foxes and hounds could not be friends forever. The fox was named Todd. He lived with a kind farmer named Mrs. Tweed. Mrs. Tweed loved Todd and took good care of him. The hound pup was named Copper. He lived with a bad-tempered hunter named Amos Slade. Amos had plans for Copper. Amos took Copper away. He taught Copper how to be a hunting dog. He showed Copper how to track animals. When Copper came back, he would not play with Todd. "I am a hunting dog now," said Copper. "I hunt foxes." Todd ran away, scared. Amos saw Todd leave. "What was that fox doing here?" yelled Amos. "I bet he wants my chickens." Amos hopped in his car and went to see Mrs. Tweed. "Your fox is trying to steal my chickens," yelled Amos through the door. "Go away," said Mrs. Tweed. "Todd would not steal a thing." "If you don't get rid of that fox," said Amos, "I will." He got in his car and went home. "Todd is not safe on my farm anymore," thought Mrs. Tweed. "I must find him a new place to live." The next day she put Todd in her car and drove away. They drove along until they came to the game preserve. The game preserve was a big park where hunting was not allowed. Many kinds of wild animals lived in the game preserve. "Stay here, Todd," said Mrs. Tweed. "This is your new home." Mrs. Tweed drove away. She felt terrible. Todd felt terrible too. He was alone and scared. He did not like this strange new place. It began to rain. Soon Todd was cold and wet. "I need a dry place to spend the night," he thought. The fox ran through the woods, not really knowing where to look. Todd peeked inside a hollow tree. Oops, that tree was already taken by raccoons. Next he saw a nice dry nest in the ground, but a badger already lived there. "Scram," said the badger. "Beat it." A little porcupine poked his head out of a hole in a tree. "Do you want to come in here?" he said. "Gee, thanks," said Todd. The porcupine's nest was dry and warm. Todd was happy to sleep there. But Todd was not so happy in the morning. The porcupine woke up and stretched. His sharp quills pricked Todd. "Ouch!" cried Todd. He left quickly. Todd set off to explore his new home. He was very lonely. He missed Mrs. Tweed and Copper. "Hi," said a nice friendly voice. Todd turned around. There was another fox. "I'm Vixie," she said. "Who are you?" "My name is Todd," said Todd shyly. Todd liked Vixie right away. Soon the two foxes were good friends. Vixie took Todd to her burrow. "Why do you have two doors?" asked Todd. "When you are a fox," said Vixie, "you have to be ready for trouble." And sure enough, trouble was on the way. Amos Slade brought Copper to the game preserve. He paid no attention to the no hunting signs. He wanted to hunt. Copper began to sniff around. Soon he was on the track of something. "Good boy," said Amos. Copper led Amos straight to Vixie's burrow. "Foxes," said Amos. "I will smoke them out." He built a fire at one door of the burrow. Smoke began to fill the burrow. "We must get out of here," said Todd. The foxes headed for the back door. Amos saw them go. He ran around to the back door to catch the foxes. Todd saw Amos waiting at the back door. "We are trapped," said Todd. "Go back the other way," said Vixie. The foxes dashed toward the fire. They jumped over the flames and escaped through the front door. Todd and Vixie raced off. They almost got away, but Copper saw them and chased after them. He was a good hunting dog now. Amos ran after Copper, but then he ran into some trouble. Bear trouble. The bear was feeling mean. He knocked the gun out of Amos's hand. "Help!" yelled Amos. Copper came running. Copper had to protect his master. He jumped at the bear. The bear raised his big paw and hit the dog. Copper cried out in pain. Todd heard Copper's cry. He looked back. He saw that his old friend was in trouble. Todd raced back to help Copper. When the bear saw the fox, he forgot about the dog. He went straight for Todd. Todd backed up, very slowly. Todd backed onto a log. The bear came after him. The log ended over a river. Now Todd had no place to go. The log began to shake. Todd could not hang on. He fell into the river. The bear slipped too. He landed in the river with a great splash. The river carried the bear away. It almost carried off Todd too, but Todd swam hard and reached land. As Todd pulled himself out of the water, Copper ran up to him. "Thanks, Todd," said Copper. "You saved my life. That bear almost killed me." "You may be a hunting dog now," said Todd, "but you're still my friend." Just then Vixie peeked out from behind a nearby tree. "Vixie, come and meet my old friend Copper," called Todd. "Copper, this is my new friend Vixie," said Todd. "We live in the burrow that you found." "I didn't know you were in that burrow," said Copper. "I'm sorry I chased you." "Hey, Copper," yelled Amos, "time to go home." Copper ran off to find Amos. "Don't worry," he called back. "I will never lead Amos to you again." "Thanks," called Todd. "And if you ever meet another bear, just yell." That night Todd and Vixie sat and talked. "Do you think that you will ever see Copper again?" asked Vixie. "No," said Todd, "but we will not forget each other. We are friends forever." "You and I will be friends forever too," said Vixie. "You can count on that." The end. I hope you enjoyed Todd and Vixie. See you tomorrow. Bye.